Hello and welcome back to the NSCSA State Finals. Here is the game. South Sioux City on the blue side versus Platteview on the red side, and they will be fighting for the third place. Right now, we're just waiting on them to get into Champ Select. Final checkups are being made, and you know what? Caleb, my co-host, is not here, and now I know how you felt when I wasn't here. It's kind of a sad time. But so we wait, and their champ select starts. And we have the first ban for South Sioux City, and they go off strong with a Wukong ban. I am pretty sure, if I am not mistaken, Platteview played Wukong, and there's the Samir ban. Samir has either been banned or been played these last few games, even in the D1 division. And there's a Rammus ban. Rammus's ult being so important with the rework is just I understand why they wanted it out of there. And there is the Orn ban. Orn's ult also has quite a big impact on the game, as well as Seraphine's. It looks like we're going for ulti bans, just with CC and just general thing. And here Caleb hath returned. I am no longer lonely.
And so Seraphine has been banned in every game so far.
Honestly, except for the one game that Wayne played against, I forgot who it was. Maybe
Broken
the
Bow.
Broken Bow. And I understand why it's been banned since.
Yeah, it's a very powerful
hmm
crowd control character, just like the rest of them that have been banned, with just Rammus, Wukong, even Senna, Ornn, and Gnar all have pretty powerful
Mhm.
ults,
Mhm.
especially in this competitive setting. Sejuani is another powerful ult. We saw her this first game, and then Twitch, if he gets ahead, he's extremely strong.
Honestly, but he does need to get ahead early on. But yeah, and then we have on the Platteview red side, we have Sejuani and Mordekaiser, and also now Sivir possibly.
Hovering a Sivir to hopefully answer that Twitch and that Leona
Uh,
too.
Oh,
Senna!
Senna. Okay.
Senna is also very good against Twitch because Twitch ults does give
Mhm.
him extra range, and if Senna can do her Shroud ability and just not be visible to that Twitch, that will be very useful
True.
to just avoid that damage that he
Because
deals out.
when Senna goes into her shroud, it does make her invulnerable to clickable abilities such as auto attacks and just click abilities.
Yep,
So,
and so if they're far away, they can't target her. She
mhm,
becomes untargetable. And so that would be very useful, especially to even get sneak attacks, like
mhm,
hiding a Sedge in there
mhm.
to get that sneak attack, to get that quick charge off from her.
Of course.
Banning a Kayn and then a Cat and a Lilia. All
Right.
other powerful ults. Lilia, if she gets off her sleep, that can be extremely strong, especially with how long it lasts. That can
Exactly.
take multiple people out of
Mhm.
the fight. Kayn is just an all-around well-rounded champion. And we see that last ban of a Victor. Victor we saw last game was pretty oppressive. Late game, early game, he was taking quite a bit of damage,
Mhm.
but he did turn around and get a lot of kills, getting a lot faster. And so with that Twitch Leona combo, that can be very dangerous, especially against that Senna again, not much health, but does deal quite a bit of damage as we saw. Answer to Leona was Nautilus, my main champion, love him, love him. Great champion.
Who?
Nautilus.
I've never seen you play him.
I main him,
I've
as well as
never seen
Leona,
you
and
play.
I
I've
love both
never
those
seen you play
champions.
any of them. I don't even think you play support.
Fantastic control just on the bot lane with the Nautilus and the Leona. Urgot looks to be going top against that Mordekaiser. That can be dangerous because if Mordekaiser does get ahead, Urgot will have a very tough time because you have to be close. As Urgot, you have to be very close to them. And with the Fed Mordekaiser, he can just keep with his passive, especially that 3 hits, and he gets that passive around him that can be very powerful, very oppressive against that Urgot.
True, and with the Silas on the blue team, it does look like he has some interesting ults to steal, with Sejuani possibly the even 5-man ulti, Mordekaiser taking somebody out of the fight very easily, Senna being able to help somebody across the map, and Nautilus getting that knockup, and Lucian that good damage where he's just also able to walk. And
Mm.
so it'll be interesting to see how he uses the enemy's team's ults.
What I really want to see is a 4-man in the Death Realm where Mordekaiser ults someone and then Silas steals Mordekaiser ult
Wow.
and then ults
Yeah.
someone also. I love
Wow.
to see it.
Mhm.
Whenever I see a Silas and a Mordekaiser in the same game, I beg that that happens because it's so
Well,
cool
I'd say
having
start
4 people
praying.
in there.
Start praying. Ooh, because that would be so cool. Do you think that they would all be in the same circle since it technically
Yeah,
counts as a death realm?
yeah. So they'd all be stuck in the same Death Realm, and so
Wow. So they
there'd be
could
four
technically
people.
2v2ing.
Yeah, they could be
Wow.
2v2ing.
Okay, that's cool. That's actually really
Mm,
cool.
and I love it. I love it. But then again, the Nautilus, Senna, and Sejuani ults are
Mhm.
also very good to
Mhm.
steal. And so if he doesn't, I will be a little bit sad, but I'll get
Me
over it.
too. Me too. I won't. I can't lie. I won't. Devastated for life. But here we are again in spectator delay. And how are you feeling about last game, Caleb?
Last game, Gretna was behind in the beginning,
Mhm.
just in the beginning of laning phase, but after that first mountain drag that they secured, they really just seemed to turn just the entire
Yeah.
game around and they
Mhm.
started to just get kills. They really just started to buckle down and
Exactly.
just it looks like they just took it more seriously, you
Yeah, I
know?
I get that because it seemed like before it's not like they were taking it less serious. It's
Mhm.
just like the the level of seriousness just went up.
Mhm.
Like it was, guys, this is state. We gotta pull it together. We gotta do what we gotta do. Like pull everything out. Like whatever we can. Everything you have up your sleeves. This is the time to show it. And they
And they
did.
did.
They did.
They came back and they won
Mhm.
that game pretty they had a pretty far lead
They
at the
really did.
end.
They really did. And it just seemed like was it Platteview? No, South Sioux City. Like
Chelsea City.
like they just, as they started snowballing, as Gretna started snowballing, South Sioux City just, they couldn't do anything
Yeah,
anymore.
they just couldn't keep up with them.
Oh, and it does seem like the game is paused, even though we are on spectator delay. So guys, do be expecting that.
And so it looks like there is some keyboard trouble.
Awesome.
Hopefully it will be unpaused soon. Our spectator delay will see that pause
Mhm.
as we go into the game.
Oh, and
They
this
seem to be
pause.
unpausing,
Mhm.
so
This seems to be over a lot quicker than the one with Wayne. So that'll be good at least.
and so it will be paused for maybe 15 seconds or so,
Mhm.
but that's no issue. But it looks like a Silas against a Lucian. And so Lucian will have that early damage and that mobility on him to
Mhm.
hopefully dodge that Silas chain. But if Silas does get that chain off, since Lucian doesn't have all that much health,
Yeah.
I think it will be over pretty quickly if he does
True.
connect,
True.
especially towards the later parts of the game. And so pretty much whenever one for this game, if either mid gets ahead, I imagine that they'll most likely stay ahead unless the other makes a pretty big mistake.
Mistake. That makes sense. That makes sense.
So here we're getting to the end of our spectator delay. We'll still be 3 minutes behind, but we'll finally be able to join them in the rift for this match for third place.
Alrighty. And honestly, you know what we never talk about their skins.
That's because we don't see their skins for
That's
very
true.
long.
That is true. It because these computers, they just load way too quickly.
hmm
They just load way too
And
quickly.
especially because we are in spectating mode, it
True.
loads extremely
True.
quickly, even faster than normal. And
That is
so
quite true.
I do like the Astro Nautilus skin since you
Yeah.
brought it up. The
Yeah,
Astro
since I
Nautilus
brought it
skin.
up. Personally, I like the Leona skin a lot. She just looks so sunny and pretty and just cute, you know?
Of course, of course.
Personally, I am convinced that because she has that skin, she is now diamond.
Diamond,
Yes,
really.
diamond. That is how
Looks
it
like
works.
Urgot did get a little bit of poke off that Nautilus. Not too much, but a little bit of missing health. Enough to kind of keep him away from that bush. He ends up putting a ward in there before backing off. And just like the first game, there is a ward down bot right behind Dragon Pit just to kind of see where they're walking. So again, Platteview does go for that strat like we saw in their first game.
And
And
here
here's
is
the
the
pause, but
pause
it should be over quite
pretty
soon.
quickly. And it should be coming any second now. Three, three, three. I tried to. It'd be really cool if I did it. It'd be really cool. Three.
It
Ah,
also
I started
starts
at the
at 5.
wrong number. I cannot
And
count.
so either way, you would not have been
But
right,
listen, but what if I would have been?
but you weren't.
That's not important. Focus on the game, okay, Caleb? Thank you. Thank you. So here we are, Silas.
Got a
Ooh.
set in the jungle.
And it seems that possibly Urgot and Mordekaiser up
They're
top might be
still
getting
going
into
at it a
a
little
little
bit.
bit of a skirmish over there.
But Lucian just has that range on Silas, especially with that passive. He can really
hmm
just keep Silas at that distance away from the minions.
And he got some really good damage off. And they are looking to invade into into
Lucian
blue
put
side's.
another ward there
hmm
just to kind of know when Set gets to his buff. Nautilus possibly looking for that hook, doesn't take it though.
You know what I've been noticing from Platteview is their warding is really on point.
They do have a lot of vision all
Mhm.
around the map.
Mhm. Mhm.
Early game especially, I saw that they were kind of slacking in that department late game.
And here it's looking like Lucian is maybe trying to steal the blue buff from Set.
Actually gets the flash from the Set.
Ooh,
Set does
and
take the
he
blue
is
buff,
looking
but
for first
it
blood.
looks
So it
like
looks.
First Blood went to Leona.
Oh.
And then are they going to turn this? So Set does fall, but buff transfer to the Silas. Not the worst case scenario, especially
Mhm.
with Leona getting that first blood on to Nautilus right before
Exactly. So it
right
might
before
have.
Set dies. And so now Silas should have double buffs in the mid lane.
Mhm.
That'll be very good just
That'll make him
to
quite impressive. Mhm.
against the Lucian.
Mhm.
Sejuani and Set are both kind of in the top side of the map. Set, I think, was seen by that ward though, so they know exactly where Set is at, while Sejuani is still kind of hiding in the shadows.
And Silas is popping down bot, maybe looking for something, but they are backing, so.
Sejuani looks like she engaged on that Set, but had to flash over because she did not have enough damage. And so based on CS, all around it's pretty even, a one or two CS difference for the most part. But that Lucian and the Silas both have a kill. Lucian does have a death, but First Blood did end up going to Leona, who was able to back and by quite a bit.
And
Looking
here
like a
we have
scrimmage
another
here. He
scrimmage.
did dodge the
Ooh,
chains, looking for that kill on Silas. Didn't quite get it. Very close.
he just quite narrowly escaped.
And that's the good part about that Lucian pick, where
Mhm.
he can just avoid those chains, dodging between minions, and he's just able to poke down that Silas constantly without suffering too much hits back.
Exactly.
Set does
Exactly.
look like he wants to gank mid. Lucian ran towards top to escape.
Places a ward and is backing. It does look like Senna and Nautilus went up the river down bot just to get some vision down as that Drake is spawning in 2 seconds. So if they go for the early Drake, if either team goes for the early Drake, I guess that'll be remain to be seen.
Set was actually just seen by that ward that lets, oop, flash from Leona, flash stun, going in, and Set pulls Nautilus back, but they don't get the kill, but they do get a ton of damage
Mhm.
on Nautilus, forcing him to step further back, and it
Mhm.
will be hard for him to get in that fight, especially while being level 4. Silas looking top, flipped by
Ooh.
Urgot, but he looks like he might escape. Final shot
Wow.
from Urgot. Very well done
And it
up
is looking
top.
like South Sioux City is looking for that early Drake. Sejuani is there looking to maybe contest it, but with Nautilus basically out of the picture as he is. Oh, and he has returned almost full health. And there it is. And they.
They get that Leona, trying to chase that Twitch. The
Ooh.
root was found on both Twitch and Set. Lots of stacks for that Senna, looking for the Sejuani. Got the Sejuani. That takes the smite down. Urgot looking for that Senna. Flash dash. Kills him. Fears the other two. Is able to possibly find that Senna. He finds the Senna. Falls to Lucian. Lucian dashes out. Gets away. But that might be a dragon for
For.
Sioux City.
Mhm. It almost seemed like Platteview had almost played that perfectly,
They
but they
almost
just
did.
got a tiny bit too greedy.
They chased a little
Little
bit
too
too
far.
far.
And that turned the tide completely for South
hmm
Sioux City, giving them a free first dragon.
Silas also just keeping that Sejuani
Mhm.
off as much as he can.
Mhm.
And that's first dragon of the game, Ocean Drake for South Sioux City. Looking to steal the blue buff, but there are
Ooh.
4 here. Sejuani gets the blue buff. Set is caught.
Wow.
Silas
Missed the
still trying to
smite
get out.
too.
He missed Spite, left it with about 29 HP
Mhm.
that was able to get picked up by that Sej.
And it is looking like Lucian is trying to push ahead mid a little bit. He has a big wave coming in, so that should at least get him the rest of that plate, and they might be setting up to go and take that rift up top.
And so Lucian does secure that first plate. He's looking to stay for some damage on the second, some poke on to that Silas. Silas uses Lucian's ult to both clear the wave and to just do some more damage. Just so that Lucian can't get that. He does end up getting that second plate though.
Wow.
And so that's some gold for Lucian, kind of keeping his lead of his 4-1 kill score.
And Lucian is kind of just bullying Silas up mid, not allowing him to back. He's sitting there at half health, almost no mana, and Set is maybe looking to come mid and try and bail Silas out, but that also to no avail. Lucian just does too much. And down bot, we have a team fight breaking out. Senna getting caught out. Senna is dead.
Twitch does
Twitch.
end up finding
Mm-hmm.
that Senna with his ult and picks up a double kill on Silas. We see that Urgot just died in the death room while trying to dive that
Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser. And so there's Twitch and Leona trying to push their lead in bot lane. Set mid, bullying a little bit back on that Lucian. He does end up just escaping. Pretty even trade for the most part. One plate for Twitch and Leo. Possibly another one before they need to back off for that returning bot lane. And so Urgot's coming back top to hopefully match that Mordekaiser.
But
So we see Sejuani trying to sneak that Rift Herald. Seen and stolen by
wow.
Set. That was a great steal.
That indeed was a great steal. This might be what South Sioux City needs to get that extra edge on
Missed
thingy.
kill on that Lucian.
Ooh.
Lucian does pick up another one, making him 5 and 1, 20 CS above that Silas.
And
That was Silas's first death though, and so most of Lucian's kills haven't even been from him.
mhm.
He's gotten all of all of the other kills. And so there's one that Mordekaiser got, but every other kill has gone to Lucian so far, which is very good for him. That makes him just get a lead, keep his lead, and just he's been able to bully Silas ever since because of that.
Exactly. And while at first it almost seemed like Silas's healing was enough, it just at the end it just wasn't.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to keep up with the
Mhm.
just the immense burst damage
Mhm.
that Lucian has been put
Lucian
down.
just outputs too much damage. And I see that down bot, they are kind of looking at setting up for the next Drake that is spawning in 52 seconds. So let's see who the next Drake goes to.
So first Drake we've seen has gone to Platteview, or not Platteview, South
To
Sioux
South Sioux
City.
City.
And so hopefully Platteview might be looking for this one. This one's not extremely important, but it is still a Mountain Drake, which does give you some resistance. Leona
Ooh.
does barely clip Nautilus, is able to stun him once again. That Twitch ult ends up finding
Ooh.
both of them, but doesn't secure the kill on Senna. Leaves her weak though, weak enough that she will have to back and probably give up Dragon
Mhm.
to South Sioux City once again.
Dragon being up here in 5 seconds. It's getting closer and closer. Senna is still not out of base. She's only just now moving out. Nautilus is also heading down, but Lucian and Sejuani are just heading up mid so far, almost getting the entirety of the tower. They have
They were
priority
they were
up mid.
looking to trade that first tower for that second Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Silas did come up and stop them. He missed that chain once again. Twitch coming up though, hopefully to get that kill
Wow.
on the Lucian.
And it
Lots of
does.
damage from Lucian. He ends up getting out. That was quite a bit of healing that Lucian just did in order to just keep alive during that Twitch.
And it might seem, and Senna does indeed escape. She almost got caught by the set.
It looks like Mordekaiser is coming down, and this is a 4v5. Sejuani ult is down though, and that's Sejuani flash as well. So now it's kind of in favor of Sioux City.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like nobody wanted to fight quite yet, and everybody kind of backs off, starting to go back to their respective lanes. Urgot clearing some wards, and he looks like he's staying mid just to kind of help with that Lucian, who will probably come mid again. He ends up marching with Set up top to catch that Mordekaiser, but unfortunately they were seen by the plant.
How unfortunate indeed. It does seem like Nautilus and Senna are heading back down to the bot lane to try and counter that Twitch that is pushing up. Leona joining him soon after, and again, up mid, Lucian doing some good damage, and Silas missing his chains once again.
Lucian's still just trying to keep that lead that he has. 70
Hmm.
CS, 6 kill lead up on Silas, hoping to just kind of just keep Silas out of the game for the most part
Hmm.
as much as he can, and just kind of let his team take care of the rest.
Because Lucian has been doing great. He's 6-1-0 with a 650 gold bounty on his head, not even 15 minutes in. It's been going great. Platteview is down 2 kills, but what they lack in kills is just Lucian is carrying hard. If he can carry the entire team, that will remain to be seen. But
And
from
so Lucian does have 6 of the 7 kills in the game for Platteview, and he does end up taking first turn as well, and without an assist from Sejuani, so all of the extra gold went to him too.
hmm
And so that's very important just to have him back, keep that lead. He looks like he might be catching Silas out right now, though. Urgot going in on the Mordekaiser. Set, he's looking to catch Set out, not Silas. Set looks like he might get caught out. He did flash away just now, and there might be a team fight.
There's Nautilus's ult and
Silas
Set
ulted over the
ult.
wall.
Now
Set
ult.
used Nautilus ult. Set gets down, but Twitch gets the kill, gets the shutdown gold onto that Lucian. Very important for that. Leo
And
Flash gets that kill, and then
and
Urgot
Urgot
got a
gets his
solo
kill
kill
up
up
top
top. And so that is a 4 for 2 in favor of South
of.
Sioux City.
Hmm.
And so that was very important, especially for that Twitch to get that 700 now gold bounty on that Lucian, because he got 1,000 gold just from that kill
Exactly.
alone.
And it is looking like this Switch right now, he is 4-0 and 6, 450 gold. So it is looking like even though Silas is falling behind, it seems like Twitch is picking up the slack.
Hmm.
Right now the team is ahead 13 to 9. They are up almost 2k gold. And while they haven't gotten any towers yet, they are quite close in the top and
In the
bot
bot.
lane.
And so, especially like as I was saying earlier, that Twitch is very, very good when he gets ahead.
Mhm.
And as long as they keep that lead, then it's really a toss-up on who's going to win, especially
Exactly.
with Lucian also keeping his own lead. But Twitch has participated in 10 out of the 13 kills. Set ganking up top, misses his E, and Mordekaiser looks like he's just going to be able to walk right out of there.
Alrighty, and it does look like once again they are setting up for Drake. Drake spawning in approximately
Twitch
30
eager to try to
seconds.
get that Lucian. He ends up
Ooh,
dying. Is the poison going to kill Lucian? I don't think so. Set ganking top once again. Lands the E that time and gets the kill for Urgot
and that
on
is a
Mordekaiser.
free dragon for Platteview, though it seems, because while Set is up, he is all the way up top, and he is even he seems to be looking for the Rift Herald in
Hmm.
trade
And
for the
so
Drake.
South City will probably answer that dragon with the Rift Herald also getting top tower, but unfortunately losing that bot tower. And that shutdown gold on Twitch went right back to Lucian, and so he's even further ahead now than he was before. Already with a Kraken Slayer, and hopefully will back and buy another full item. Yep, that's Collector and another pickaxe. So that's quite a
Wow,
bit
that was quite a big
of
chunk of gold.
damage that he gets now. Silas and Leona in mid looking to get that tower. Don't have enough damage before everybody comes back, unfortunately. Urgot is 5 and 2.
Wow.
And so he's at a 150 gold bounty, but he has kept that lead on Mordekaiser, and hopefully he will be big, and with enough armor, he might be able to just keep that Lucian at bay. Lucian was given blue buff,
Hmm.
and so now he can just spam abilities, unfortunately, for South Sioux City. That will be very, very scary.
And I'm looking forward to see how this Urgot will work with the Twitch. And Lucian did do some bot damage to Silas, but oh the yeah, to
Silas.
Silas.
So Twitch has been invisible, looking for that pick onto that Lucian. And Leona goes in on the Nautilus. Sejuani chasing that Twitch down, gets the stun on him, flashes over the wall, right into Set, unfortunately.
And
Lucian
Leona,
does find the kill on the Twitch. Set trying to get anything now. Looking for that center. Urgot finally coming in. Gets, Set does get the kill onto Nautilus. Silas finding that Sejuani, but unfortunately Lucian does get that quadra kill
hmm.
finally with the kill on Urgot.
So that is 4-2 in favor of Platteview. This is massive for Platteview.
That was a very, very big turn of
Hmm.
events with Lucian getting all of those kills especially.
He is now 12-2-1,
12, 2, and 1.
157 CS with 650 gold bounty once again. It just seems like this Lucian cannot be stopped.
Yeah, and so he's very ahead of Silas, very ahead at about a 60 gold or 60 CS lead ahead.
Hmm.
And if he keeps that lead, as I was saying earlier, if that Lucian keeps that lead, that is going to be very dangerous. He did get an IE with his last back, and he finished that IE, and so that also is a ton of damage for that Lucian.
And
And
here
they're
that
looking
Twitch
for the
Baron.
Baron.
Honestly, this will be such a deciding Baron. If Platteview gets it, they have the opportunity to just either reset and go or just walk it straight down mid and end the game. However, if Sioux City gets this Baron, you know, they
That
might
could
be
be
able to come back.
yeah, they might be able to come back if they end up securing this, but it looks like Set is bot, and so I don't think there's any chance of that.
No, and
Trading
they
bot
just were
first
not in
here
time.
for Baron.
And Lucian is running it down in the front, and he gets stunned by
Ooh,
Silas. So
so they're looking
Platteview is
for
just
a
running it down
five-man
mid.
mid,
Hmm.
and just to end the game quickly, Set's looking to base race this and with
But
that rift, gets one more. Mordekaiser going to
goes back
stop
to
him,
match.
and so Set should probably back and join back up with his team. Both Set and Silas are kind of just out of position with a four-man mid for Gretna marching mid. Urgot missed his dash and ends up getting caught by that Lucian. Another kill on him. Nautilus did ult Twitch, and so that ult will be crucial in here. And so with that ult already being down, that will
And
be good
here
for Sioux City.
Lucian gets another
Lucian
pick. No,
almost bursts,
almost.
but
Oh!
ends up getting the Ignite kill
Wow,
on
on Twitch.
Twitch.
And it's looking like this is game. They don't have anybody. Set is back in base, but I don't think he'll be able to stop it.
That
Lucian
Lucian
is
is just
14 and
so
2.
strong in
He
this
really is.
game.
He's at a 700 gold bounty.
And that's a
Mordekaiser did TP
Mord.
back up to come join his team.
It looks like this might be the end of the game here
It is a
soon.
5v3, and Leona does land a
Three-man
four-man
Leona
stun,
ult,
but it
but
is
it
not
doesn't
enough.
do enough to stop them.
It is,
Everybody continuously falling to that Lucian. Lucian getting another triple kill, hoping to end the game right now.
and that is first in Nexus Tower, and there,
There's the kill on the Twitch. Urgot in the Death Realm. Maybe soon to follow. Yep,
ooh,
that
and that,
long hook
wow,
from
that
Nautilus
max
does
range
secure
hook.
it.
And that
And
is
that is
game.
game.
Platteview does win against South Sioux City. Platteview taking third place and South Sioux City taking fourth place. Join us next for the number one matchup
For the
for the
first
first
place
place. For
matchup.
the first place matchup.
And who's gonna be playing in this last
In that
game here?
last game, it's going to be Omaha Skutt versus Gretna.
All right.
I'll be quite excited to see how this turns out.